Welcome to the jQuery video tutorial. So today we are going to discuss about how the jQuery functions, the basic syntax structure, and the methodologies and the concepts of how jQuery works. So here, as you see, this is the thing we ran last time. So here I have the first one, as you see, script source. So I'm accessing the hosted version of jQuery, and then I have got the simple my jQuery scripts. So as you see, the structure of jQuery is it basically start with a document ready function, and what this ready does is that it tells that the browser or the engine is that don't run the program or don't make it available till the entire document is loaded. Document meaning the entire HTML document. And the reason is that you don't want to use the functions if the document or all the HTML elements are not available yet. So that's sort of the basic the reason. So any jQuery code you would always see it will typically have a document and with a ready function. So for example, coming back to our example which we given last time, see if you want to make this the code associated with validation of this available before the name element gets loaded, then it will cause an error, right? So that's sort of the reason why jQuery functions always starts with this. So your entire jQuery would pretty much will have embedded within a document ready function, and here you can define multiple functions. So for example, we have done this, then we can have so this one does some action on p tags, which is basically this tag. So you can define another one for like that for BR tags. So like that you can also define another function. So we'll go over some of those details, but I would like you to sort of understand that whole concept of the ready, where it basically tells that don't make this functions available only when the entire thing is loaded. Okay, so then now the next question is how the syntax is structured. So as you see, jQuery has the basic concept of selector and action. So let me explain you what are those. So let's go to our example here, which we did last time. So let's load it again. So as you see here, when I am clicking on the text, it is disappearing. So what happens really in the code is that there is a piece of program which selects this text and then performs an action. So when I click, first it selects that text which is associated with the p tag, so and then it makes it disappear. So that means this text, there is a code which is selects this text first and then performs an action. So this selecting that text, that's called selector. So that's the selector concept. So way to select or access an HTML element. And then the next one is, once it is accessed, the perform an action. So for example, here at a very this level, so as you see, this code where dollar with this, so let me write dollar and then this do this. What this does is that it accesses all the elements of the p tag. So for example, when you click here, then it accesses the p elements here. P and p, this access elements is here, and then it does some action, which is, so after selecting this, you have to define what action you want to do. So basically you're defining something for click. Now to the click, you are doing something which is here. So now the next concept is method chaining. But before I get to that, I just want to make sure you are clear about the selector and action. So for example, you select P, then in the same way you can do BR. So the BR tag would select BR. So then if you do something like this, then the BR tag would be selected. So I will go over in some of those, how different elements can be accessed later on. But as long as you are clear about the selector and concepts, then I think it's fine. So the next one is something called concept called method chaining. So as you see, probably in your traditional JavaScript, you have defined function like this, function A, function B, and then you maybe, function B calls, function B calls, function C, or maybe in jQuery, as you see, the entire thing is one giant function ready, and within that you are doing different things. So if you see this one, this particular bracket is matching with this one, starts from here. See this two reds. So this one, so for the entire document you are passing this entire thing as an argument. So the ready function accepts this entire thing as an argument. And what is that argument? It's basically you're passing a function, and within that function you are defining all those things. So what that means is that you are, once the document is ready, you are telling it to do all these things. So you are passing a function here, and again within that function, see the definition of this function is here. So, and what that function is doing? Function is taking, let's put it P again, a P tag, and it is doing a click. And with that click, how you are defining the what to do when hard clicks? Again, you are passing a function argument. So what is happening is you are writing a okay, let me just do it here. You are writing a selector and then action, and then you are passing an argument. And then, so for example, when the document is ready, you pass the function, and within that function there is a click, and that click is again taking a function, and then it is doing this dot hide. So as you see, it is like a nested structure. So first you are passing a function to ready, and within that function again you are doing a click which is taking another one. So it's some sort of a nested thing. So which one function is calling other in a very nested, in a chained way, instead of this approach. So in this approach you are defining function A, function B, and then they are separate. But in jQuery, this thing is happening as if this something like this, instead of defining and then then function B something to do this, and again you're doing function C, something like that. So I think you get the concepts, hopefully, the method chaining. Let me remove this extra piece of code. So now let's discuss about we discuss about the selector. Now the action. So what is happening is that when this is clicked, we are telling jQuery to do this. What that means is that, so here in this piece of code, what you are writing is $this. Now whenever you see $, that means you're trying to access an element, $, with the element inside, within brackets. So this meaning access the element which is currently selected, which is P, and then do the hide, right? Now so since hide doesn't accept, we are not passing any more functions. I mean, we could have been do a little different. I'll go over some of the examples where we can also pass arguments to hide, to different tricks. But anyway, I just want to make sure that you have got the concepts of selector and action, and then the whole concepts of method chaining, where you pass a function as an argument uh, to a to an action. So next example will go over more details about how different ways you can select different HTML elements and different actions available.